Yeah, I got a feeling it was not coming. Yeah. All right. This is the Committee on Community Business Development. This is Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. We're at 6 p.m. I have Councilor DeFlorio.
Yeah.
I have Councilor Capone. I have a message that Councilor McKinnon will be late, but he will be here. So as of right now, we do not have a quorum.
So as of right now, we do not have a quorum. Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll stand and salute the flag anyways. We don't need a quorum for that. And if the audience
we
could
could do
join
that.
me.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
The two republics of which one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right, so we will...
We can take a 10-minute break with a... Unfortunately, I'm very sorry. Two of the councilors that are on this board, we need at least one more for a quorum. They're running a little late. So as soon as they come, we will convene the meeting and we will ask you the questions. And if not at 7 o'clock, we'll just have the meeting at 7 o'clock with the regular councilors and ask for the questions then. I'm very sorry about that. Thank you.
This is a petition offered by Councilor Richard Delasola as president that the Everett City Council hereby consider a new motor vehicle dealer license for Boston Motors USA at 4547 Mystic.
Councilor Capone.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Could we please have the petition in front of us?
Would we please have the petitioners in front of us? Sure, you can come up, certainly. Over there. Please make sure the mic is on.
The button on the bottom, if you press it, it'll turn green. Oh, okay, thanks.
No, you gotta, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Councilor Capone, do you have a question?
Yeah, well, we'll just have them introduce themselves.
Could you please introduce yourself, your name and address for the record?
Sure. My name is Michael Jones D'Souza, 5 Concord Street, Apartment 2, Malden, Massachusetts, 02148.
And I'm the owner of the property, Rocco Vigorito, 4 Partridge Lane, Saugus, Mass.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Madam Chairman. Through you to our guests. So I just want to make sure they understand, you're going to maintain ownership of the building and just transferring the license, or is everything going?
There's no building, it's a yard, it's a used
Okay.
car lot.
Okay.
And this is not a renewal or anything, there's an existing license, just a tenant change.
Transfer? Okay.
Just a tenant change.
Okay. And if I may, is this the first time you've been involved with motor vehicle sales, or no?
No.
Could you tell me a little bit about the experience you've had?
All right, the
doing this?
experience. Okay, so experience that I have as a salesman, it's over the 10 years, but I did had my license in Malden for about 8 years, and into my landlord sold the building, and I couldn't get renewed because obviously I didn't have a physical place to renew, so I had to give my license back to Malden. That's about, I would say, about a year ago. And now there is an opportunity that we can, again, and work with the car business, and we found Mr. Rocco.
Okay. Was it the same name, or what name were you operating under in Malden?
It was pretty much similar with Champion Motors USA. Now it's Boston Motors USA.
Okay. And what did they give you as far as number of cars? What was it when you were in Malden? What was the number that
We
you
were in
able to have?
Malden. We had about 15 cars.
Okay. And what is it on this site?
20.
20? Okay. Any issues in Malden at all, other than
Never
landlord
had
sold?
issue, no.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Councilor Napolitano.
Thank you. How long were you in Malden for?
7, 8 years.
7 or 8 years? Okay. And you have a lease here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How long's the lease for?
It's 1 year, renewable 5.
All right, I have no further questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. The lease is for 1 year, I didn't hear,
With a 5-year renewable.
renewable for 5. Okay, thank you. No further questions? We can excuse with the customary thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chairman, if everything is in order, it's a favorable action.
Do I have a second?
On that, I will second that, but before we go any further, our clerk isn't here, and usually that's kind of our source of information if there's any issues and whatnot. So at this particular point in time, I don't know what my colleagues want to do, but I'd be inclined to refer it out without recommendation until we hear from our
Until we
clerk.
hear from- So do you,
I withdraw my motion.
okay, so the recommendation is to send it out with no recommendation until we hear from our city clerk.
And I'll second that.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Item number 2 is a petition of by Council Richard Telesolo as president that the Everett City Council hereby considers a new auto repair license for Odrak Auto Repair at 363 3rd.
Yes, Council Capone.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Could we have the petitioner on this one before us?
Could we please have the petitioners up? Good evening.
Good evening.
Could you please state your name and address for the record?
Yes, Fabiana Ramos, 18 Ruggles Street, Melrose.
Odrak Câmara, 18 Rugby Street, Melrose.
Thank you. Council Capone.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Through you to our guests, good evening. So this is a new auto repair license, and is there anything currently at that site?
We are actually, somebody's transferring the license, so we're buying a license from
Okay.
Mario, who is
Okay.
the current owner of the business.
Okay.
And yes, there is a business going, but I think he already closed the shop, so we're just waiting for us to come in.
Okay. And similar to the question I asked to the first folks, what is your experience with auto repairs, running a business of this nature?
So Odrake has been actually, he used to own a business here in Everett on Second Street.
Second Street.
Second Street here, for the past 13 years he's been working there.
Okay.
But he's actually been a mechanic since he's 14 years old in Brazil, back in Brazil.
Okay. So you have extensive experience as a mechanic.
Many clients, many customers, yes.
And you've worked for 13 years, the business at Second Street?
It was on 3rd Street,
Okay.
Safety Auto Repair. It was
Safety.
The 511 Second Street, European Motor.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any other questions.
Just have a quick question. Is this
Certain.
across from the storage facility?
The 3rd Street one?
Yes.
It was across the Angelos, and they closed the Angelos, so it's right across the Angelos. That sandwich shop? Right on.
3rd Street? No,
Oh,
the new location.
Oh, the new location, 3rd Street.
I'm
Yeah,
familiar
okay.
with where you were at
Okay,
before.
okay.
No, I'm 3rd Street is one of the more
Yeah, it is across, there's a big,
storage area.
Yes, yes.
Is that the building with the vehicle on the?
it is,
roof?
there is,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
and-
Okay,
and,
I'm familiar with
yes.
the location.
Yes. Very
Okay,
nice
thank you. No
location.
further questions.
If no further question, would excuse with the customary thanks. I just want you to know that the whole body meets at 7 o'clock.
Okay,
So we will be, we're going to recommend it out, and then after it gets recommended out, the whole body has to vote on it at 7 o'clock
okay, so we should stay here for 7 o'clock.
for the next meeting,
Okay,
yes.
thank you so much.
Okay. Councilor Capone.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Likewise, same reason. The clerk isn't here, and I don't know if there's any information about the site, if there are any issues, any concerns. So I would say we refer this out without recommendation and wait to hear from our clerk.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
So the motion is to refer without recommendation until we hear from our clerk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You have adjourned. No recommendation.